What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are talking about the new esports boxing news that's just come out. We've obviously got just some Fight Night champion gameplay in the background because I don't know how long this video will be. I don't want the same loop on repeat. So a new article was put out by Forbes.com. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out. Now the title is New Esports Boxing Club, release date info, details, and screenshots. Throughout the video, I will be putting screenshots up on screen. And I do apologise about my voice. I've just got back from working a 12-hour day, so I do apologise for that. But they have said here, they've got a screenshot right away of Lyndon Arthur, I think his name is. I'll put that one up on screen here. And they say here, boxing video game fans, Esports Boxing Club doesn't appear to be the latest tease of a sweet science returning to the gaming world. At this point, it would be a complete shock if this game isn't released. Perhaps even more importantly, it would be a surprise if it isn't at all, at least a good representation of the sport. Steel City Interactive's ESBC continues to share impressive details about the upcoming release. They have been revealing legends included in the roster over the past week, and there are even more in the game than we've seen in the social media posts, like the ones below highlighting Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Lewis. There's just screenshots from their Twitter. We've obviously covered them before, and we already know about those legends. But it's interesting they said there's even more legends than what we've seen. So let me know who you guys think that'll probably be. And then they say, I recently spoke with the head of the studio, Ash Habib, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, who is an avid boxing fan and a former competitive Pro Evolution soccer player, and he provided me with some exclusive screenshots of the game which show off the stunning graphics like the one in the lead image of the English light heavyweight Lyndon Arthur. I was correct, that was him. They then go on to say, Habib also gave me a preview of one of the features, take a look. And this here is a screenshot of a black and white filter of Joe Frazier, I'm pretty sure that is. The image above is of the legendary heavyweight Joe Frazier and a renowned cutman Jamie Sheldon. The black and white filter is a part of a feature that is available when using legendary fighters. It's a small detail, but one that hardcore boxing fans should appreciate. That's pretty sick. Wow, that's really impressive. There's another screenshot of Lyndon Arthur again that says, this is the back view of Arthur. The lighting and detail on Arthur's tattoos stand out the most in both screenshots. Then there's another screenshot here of Joe Frazier. It says, here is another of Frazier. In the image above, he is flanked by former fighter and current trainer Henry Wharton. They then go on to say, in addition to fighters, ESBC has a healthy roster of trainers and cutmen as well, which we know and we've seen, so it's good, but we know they're obviously adding more in the future. Steel City have expanded their operations from its UK-based studios into the United States. That could theoretically help to expand the number of American and Mexican fighters included in the game, which I know a lot of people are saying is shit that it's only got UK fighters, but you know it's not. But obviously that's good that they're now going to add more. Per Habib, one of the owners, he says Steel City is working with DAZN's Todd Grimshaw to recruit fighters with a strong focus on the USA, Mexico, and the Far East. Steel City has also partnered with Grand Enterprises to expand its scope to bring it into the consciousness of mainstream boxing. They then say the goal appears to be to make this title, which was once viewed as something of an indie game, into something much larger. They really look like, this is obviously not on the thing, but they really look like they're trying to make it into like a AAA title, and so far it's blowing every AAA title out of the water. It's incredible. They then say, in addition to the partnership with Grand Enterprises, Steel City is also talking with 3 of the world's leading tech companies. Concerning more strategic partnerships, Steel City released an update earlier this month that pertained to the game's combat mechanics, which they're calling V2 of the engine has been completed, which we obviously saw. I spoke about the updates they gave before, and they say, and per Habib, it has balanced many aspects of gameplay with development moving forward, but still somewhat hampered by restrictions created by the pandemic, which is a given. Steel City plans to unveil a launch window in March, so there we go, guys. Next month we should get a reveal date at some point. Then say the game will initially launch via early access on Steam, and it will feature a limited amount of movement / punch styles. Steel City will add unique styles throughout the early access period to match certain fighters who are licensed into the game. Initially, Steel City targeted 25 boxes for early access. However, Habib told me they have already exceeded that goal, and are confident this will continue to increase as we get much closer to the launch and once we're in early access. Then goes on to say the roster is increasing daily, with new deals and likeness being finalized. Per Habib, the full version of the game already has more than 100 licensed fighters. Holy shit. At the minute, I thought 65 was good, but 100, oh my god. Once the game is released, ESBC will continue to unveil and implement new fighters via DLC updates, perhaps because of the increased scope of the project and eyes on the upcoming game. Steel City have been approached by a courtesan who inquired about the possibilities of a takeover. Oh, I hope not. Habib and his partners have rejected those offers, thank God. He said, "We feel it wasn't right for ESports Boxing Club's long-term vision." And more accurate for Steel City's goals would be to say the studio and publisher would love for ESBC to be a boxing. What 2K did to basketball, which makes sense, because I think 2K really smashed the NBA series, to be honest. That'll be a tough task, and it probably won't happen in a year, but based on the early visuals, level of detail, and partnerships, there is a reason for optimism. Without question, the progress is music to the ears of a gaming group that has longed for a return of a boxing game. Perhaps soon enough, we will say that boxing is back on PC and gaming consoles. Well, some great news. They've got over 100 fighters. At the early access will feature limited movements and punch styles. You know, we're going to have a good amount of fighters in the early access as well. We know they're getting a release window in March. They're working to get fighters from the US, Mexico, and the Far East. And some new screenshots as well, which is just fantastic, which is what you guys love to see. So I apologise that this video is a bit later than other people's, but like I said, I have been out all day, so I haven't been able to make it. You know me, I'd make it right away if I had. I'm gutted that I missed it. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen, but I just had a feeling it would happen the second I go somewhere. But yeah, but obviously tomorrow I'll be back with a bit of an earlier upload. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you leave a like, don't forget to subscribe down below. Let me know your thoughts on this article, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.